This morning, I heard one of my favorite kinds of cases. Studies show that unresolved anger is a serious issue in more than 25% of all relationships. The young couple who wanted to get married today brought in a lot of anger when they came to see me.
Divorce court is now in session.
I have standing before me two high school sweethearts, Ms. Santana and Mr. Cortez. They are 21 years old, expecting a baby and trying to decide whether marriage at this juncture is the thing to do. They have a few issues they would like to discuss with me first. They have taken my compatibility test as well as given me their marriage license, which they've given me permission to do away with should I think that this union is ill-advised. Ms. Santana, I'm going to start with you. What are the difficulties that you're experiencing with Mr. Cortez?
Well, like you said, our relationship is a new relationship, and recently it's just been a lot of arguing and a lot of just complaints all the time, and just...
What are you arguing about?
Everything, every little thing. It would be from just not picking up a certain dish. It would just being home at a certain time. Everything causes an argument.
Who's not picking up dishes and who's not coming home?
He's not coming home and I'm not picking up dishes.
Okay. Now, are either you working?
No, not at the moment.
You're working?
Yeah.
What do you think the arguments are about?
Pretty much what she said.
Picking up dishes and going out?
Yeah, but it's like, it's always the meaning under that too.
And what underlies these seemingly small issues that you feel is causing all these arguments?
Like when I come home and I work, 2 jobs some days, I'll come home tired. I don't really like to come home to a dirty house. And, I try to be understanding. I know, she's...
You guys live on your own?
Yeah, we both live on our own.
And you come home, the house is dirty, and there's no food. Or is there food?
If I'm lucky.
If you're lucky. Ms. Santana, is he working every day?
He just started working again, first of all. Because he got fired and he got a new job recently. We'll say about 2 months ago. He started working again.
And during those 2 months, when he leaves home, what are you doing all day?
Looking for a job.
You're looking for a job.
I am pregnant, so it's kind of hard to find a job while I'm 6 months pregnant.
Right, right. Oh, you look great for 6 months pregnant.
Thank you.
Anyway, if you were not pregnant, would you be wondering whether or not you should marry now?
No, we were fine before all this started happening, so we were discussing marriage even before the baby. Even before the baby.
You say when he gets angry about anything, he gets really verbally abusive. Tell me about that.
He does. In a certain situation, when he gets home, he throws his stuff everywhere. If I don't pick it up, he'll just be like, "Why are you so lazy? You're home all day. Why don't you clean? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that?" Well, I do, but I'm also out and looking for a job, trying to get a job. And he just calls me just names all the time. It's always names.
Mr. Cortez, do you call her names?
I mean, she kind of takes it out of context because at the same time...
Well, put it into context for me.
Please.
We are both fighting at that moment. It's not like I come home and it's like, hey, B, hey, this, We're both fighting. I'll come home stressed and I'll say, hey, like, come on, like, you've been here all day. Can you at least, wash the dishes? The dishes have been there for 2-3 days now. It's not like...
Do you leave dishes in the sink 2-3 days? That get on anybody's nerves.
No, I do not.
Come on, yeah, you do.
Do you
not.
Do you kind of hold it down though, since he's holding down the money part? Does he come home and things are cool?
Okay.
Not pristine, not perfect, not June Cleaver, but cool.
Yeah, of course.
Don't say of course.
Recently, like I said, he just recently started working again. When he wasn't working, of course, he wouldn't help me around the house, He wouldn't help me, he wouldn't pick up his own dish, even though he was there all the time. He saw me doing the dishes, but he wouldn't pick up his dish.
Now, Mr. Cortez, do you see a problem with that, or you believe that that's the way a household should run? No matter who's working or doing what, the woman has to do the housework.
No, I think it should be both, but it's one of those things where
It's hard
like,
for you to do.
No, it's like I'll tell her ahead of time, like, hey, can you help me with this? If she said no, I could do it. It's fine. I don't mind cleaning and doing it. But it's when I ask for, hey, can you help me wash some clothes? Yeah, I'll help you wash clothes. But she'd rather just kind of wait on her own time, or, you know, and then I understand, you know, we live on our own.
But why can't you do, like, if you're not working, if you think the clothes need to be done, just why can't you just do them? Why do you need help?
I mean, it's either like one or the other.
That's a one-man job.
No, it's true. But there's a lot of things to be done. So if it's not the clothes, I also want help with this, or it's always, you know, just help with something. If I don't want to be the only one where I'm gonna be washing the clothes and do a little bit of the kitchen and do the bathroom, you know.
So you're saying she doesn't carry her weight when you're both at home. She doesn't do her part in keeping the house clean and together.
I feel like we both should do it and keep our words when we say we're gonna do something for the house.
You gotta answer my question though. You don't feel that she does her part?
Yes, but I also want her to take some initiative, you know. I don't want her to see me.
You don't have. She shouldn't have to be instructed. Now do this. Now do that. She should be able to go in a room, look around, see what needs to get done. She can do her part. You can do your part.
Exactly.
You shouldn't have to instigate all that. Is it kind of true that you're like when I was your age? Chaos. Know what I mean? Just chaos. I mean, clothes were everywhere, blah, 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 blah. And if I had a boyfriend, I had this one boyfriend who used to come in my room in college and used to jump from clean spot to clean spot on the floor because I had so many clothes on the floor and he didn't want to step on it, and he used to jump and jump and jump. I was like, what are you like that?
It's his chaos.
It's our chaos.
He'll come home and he'll leave his shoes on the floor, his socks on the table. Come on.
But see,
that's
I am
a
coming
little
home,
much.
and that when she says that, it probably means I'm coming home from work.
If I start going towards his phone, he'll just even be like, "Why are you checking up on my stuff? Why are you
Mr. Cortez, are you guarding the phone?
I'm guarding myself.
Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Ms. Santana, you say recently Mr. Cortez has become shady. What kind of shady things is he doing?
Well, our relationship was always open. Especially, I noticed with his phone. He started being really shady when it came to his phone. Before, if his phone rang, I could pick it up, or he would, if he was doing something, he'd tell me, "Hey, can you pick that up? Can you answer that for me?" And of course, it's vice versa. If I was busy with mine, he could do whatever he wanted on mine. Recently, he just no more of that. If I start going towards his phone, he'll just even be like, "Why are you checking up on my stuff? Why are you
Mr. Cortez, are you guarding the phone?
I'm guarding myself.
From?
Because I've woken up and I've caught her just looking through my phone. I leave my phone open. She knows the codes. But it's the act that I've caught her doing it, where it's almost like I want to mess with her. And it's like, okay, well, you know, if you want to start playing shady, I will start. And I'm not going to lie, on purpose, I will pretend like, oh, you know, let me see that real quick. Or,
Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster
It
in
is.
a marriage. Let me just tell you right now, you know, I'm gonna feed her insecurity so she will act more secure. Doesn't work out that way at all. That's just not how that works.
It's almost for her like it's almost like the anger thing when I say I have to snap at her for her to wake up. I almost do it like, hey, you know, like, you know, that's how it feels.
I don't think you have a long fuse. I think you have a short fuse. Even in your compatibility report, it indicates that you're a hothead. Let me tell you what it's like to live with a hothead. You're uncomfortable all the time. It brings static into your home. It makes you feel not quite as safe. And you may never reach out and touch her. You may never get aggressive with her. But all of that aggression, all of that anger, all of that yelling is very destabilizing to someone, especially somebody who's pregnant. And don't wait till the baby gets here. That'll destabilize the living daylights out of that baby to hear all that. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you hoop and holler and yell, and if you're making it a habit, because I gotta say, she said in her paperwork that, you know what she said she thought was wrong with her? She said that she gets pushed around, that she needs to learn how to speak her mind, that she needs to be more motivated. She's shrinking. And she's shrinking in the face of your anger.
Well, she could say that, but she brought out that anger in me. I was never like this. You
can decide whether or not to respond. And if you want to be, as you said, yes, I'm the man of the house and the leader in the home, you have to lead by example. You can't holler too. And you said specifically about yourself that you get angry easily.
Yeah, but I don't get angry in the manner that she would, where like she out of an anger tantrum, she's called my parents and told them, oh yeah, by the way, you're gonna be a grandparent.
Don't keep deflecting over there.
No,
I'm trying to teach you how to be a man, as opposed to a little boy that yells at his pregnant wife. Now, I will talk to her about the issues I see in her paperwork, but you'll never grow, you'll never get better, and you'll never provide a safe, secure, and peaceful home for your wife and your child unless you address your issues. You with me?
Yep.
What things do you do that makes you think you need to change?
Well, I have told him that he's not man enough.
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. I do believe you engage in some silly nonsense when you get angry and get upset. You said that something about yourself. You have to realize the impact of the words you had. You said that about yourself. So what made you say that? What are you doing that makes you think you need to be more aware of the power of your words?
Well, to be honest, I think it's just when he pushes me so much that everybody has a breaking point. And
you're doing the same thing he just did. You're deflecting. I'm talking about what do you need to do about what kind of words do you say? What things do you do that makes you think you need to change?
Well, I have told him that he's not man enough. You know, I have told him that he needs to focus more on his kid. Because it is true, he does need to focus more on his kid. It's not like he's just a perfect little angel either. And
but I don't think you transmit that information to him in that form of voice.
I don't.
I think you get loud and you get spicy and you get all up and at it about it. Right?
So innocent.
Yeah. and even though it's a reasonable thing that you want, you ask for it in an unreasonable fashion. Am I right about that?
You're right.
Because you said you need more self-control and patience.
I need lots of patience, especially with living with someone like him.
Okay. I got a whole lot I want to say, but before I do, Mr. Cortez, I'm going to give you 90 seconds to tell me why Miss Santana, other than the fact that she's pregnant with your baby, is the woman for you.
She's amazing. She's so funny. She's she's that one girl that I can be a kid around. You know, I could work, come home and start playing video games again, or just, you know, completely relaxed, completely. It's almost to the point where it sucks because I might not show it to her. You know, I might not be all romantic, but that's how I show it. I'm so comfortable with her. I'm so relaxed with her in my house.
That's how you show your love for her, is to play video games with her?
Well, she's playing there with me too. Sometimes she starts playing without me, you know? It's that thing I love about her. It's like she's you know, we can be playing sports, we can be hiking, we could be swimming.
In other words, you're a good girlfriend and boyfriend. You're great little kids together.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't change anything about her.
You didn't notice the sarcasm there. Let me try it again. You like to playground feel of it.
Yeah.
And you're not on the playground anymore. Do you understand that?
Yep.
Changes everything. Got to put those video games down. You got to pick up those books and the bottles and the diapers. And you got to get prepared for the money for the school and the this and the that and the other thing. Miss Santana, give me a 90-second sales job on Mr. Cortez. Why is he the man for you?
Oh, he was my high school sweetheart. But like you said, you know, he's very funny. I can be myself around him. I can be open with him. Well, recently not as much, but we used to be perfect. It used to be, he would come home and I would have, you know, I would have great conversations with him about how his day was, and he would ask me how my day was. And it was always just nice. It was good, you know, but everything kind of changed.
Because life got in the way. You started an adult life before you were finished with your children's lives, and now you're suffering the consequences of that. So now I have to talk to you about how you surmount those problems, because you're going to have to do it in one way, shape, or form, because you've got a baby on the way. In divorce court, couples tell me everything about their relationships. Want to share your experience? Join the conversation on our Twitter page at Divorce Court. On Facebook, check out other fans and their intimate issues. You know everybody has something to say about love. What's on your mind? You two need to take whatever spare money you have and go to marriage counseling, whether you get married or not. You two need to know how to grow up, to have a conversation, to have a disagreement without arguing and without name-calling, to have a sense of responsibility so neither one of you has to keep pounding on the other one about what should be done and what shouldn't be done. You have to learn what it takes to maintain a household, to maintain sanctity in that household. You have to know how to put the stresses of your day behind you when you walk in that door, switch that gear so you can be the man that makes her feel safe, not the little boy that just came in out for the playground and is tired and grumpy. You've got to be woman enough to handle business that right now, the most right now thing you got to do is that baby. Babies need everything right now. You can't be lazy. You can't need motivation. You've got to be fully grown, and you're not. I can't get you there through conversation. But you two have to actively pursue that. And I would take marriage counseling and parenting classes, whether or not you get married. You shouldn't get married now because you're not ready. I would hope that, you know, one or two of you could live with a parent or something so you have some stable support around you. Whether or not that is available to you, I do not know. But whatever you do, parenting classes and marriage counseling. You got me?
Yep.
Because you got to grow up. You understand that? Every problem that you showed me here is a function of immaturity. And you've got to resolve those problems before that baby comes, so you'll have a snowball's chance in hell of raising a stable kid as opposed to one that's in a household with a whole bunch of people, you know, flying off the walls. You get me?
Yeah.
And don't be so... Don't be kiddish and happy. You know what I mean? Don't be that, and don't be with it. Do you know?
Yeah.
You get that, I'm working, I'm coming home, I'm the man, all that. That's old school and it don't work. I'm keeping the marriage license, and I'm asking you with all my heart and soul, parenting classes, marriage counseling. This matter is adjourned.
Thank you.
If Paula and Jonathan showed us anything is, don't rush into it. Don't rush into becoming parents before you're actually ready. You may be able to have a baby, keep him diapered, and keep him alive, but you have to be mature in order to raise them in a stable and strong home.